Well, the status of President Joe Biden's vaccine mandate is now in the hands of the Supreme Court of the United States. The court heard oral arguments from several states opposed to the mandate, including Ohio. Now, under the mandate, which is set to go into effect Monday, employees at companies with 100 workers or more must be vaccinated, or they must participate in weekly COVID-19 testing. It also requires hospitals that accept Medicare or Medicaid to ensure healthcare workers are vaccinated. Reporter Marielle Carbone is following those oral arguments for us. So Marielle, if this policy goes into effect, just how many workers in Ohio will be impacted?
Well, Tanya, the Ohio Chamber of Commerce estimates this will affect about 50% or half of the entire workforce here in Ohio. Now, while the chamber is opposed to this mandate, they are telling business owners to prepare for it to go into effect next week in case no stay or decision is made. These days, business owners are worrying about more than just the product they serve.
A lot of our members are very concerned about the uncertainty.
Uncertainty about if and when President Biden's federal vaccine mandate will go into effect.
We believe it's not constitutional.
Steve Stiver, CEO of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, is against the mandate, which requires employees at a company with 100 workers or more to be vaccinated or test weekly for COVID. He says it'll distort the labor market and cause staffing shortages.
COVID doesn't take a break for employers under 100. That is not a scientific line. It is not an epidemiological line. It is a line that's a political line.
That was one argument made to the Supreme Court Friday morning. The main one?
This case is not about the wisdom of vaccines. This is a question about the law.
Attorney General David Yost argues OSHA, which is in charge of the policy, doesn't have the authority to impose it.
If a crisis is sufficient to ignore the law and the Constitution, soon we will have a permanent crisis.
Now, OSHA does have emergency authority to make emergency workplace rules.
Others say it does. Ken Cacton, professor of law at NKU's Chase College of Law, explains.
His Occupational Safety and Health Administration found the COVID virus is a substance or agent that is toxic or physically harmful.
This will put me out of business.
Authority or not, Clara Osterhage, a Great Clips franchise owner, says the administrative costs of weekly testing are astronomical, especially at a time when COVID tests are in short supply. And Tanya, we know tests are difficult to get right now. The city of Cincinnati, which has its own vaccine and testing policy in place, has had to move to bi-weekly testing instead of weekly testing because of that shortage.
All right, so Marielle, if the mandate goes into effect on Monday, will the city need to go back to that weekly testing?
Well, presumably, yes, but that is one of the concerns of the chamber. Will there be any leeway on fines if business owners or employees cannot reasonably find and take a test? That is something we just simply don't have the answer to right now.